My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. Some months back, I put up a video concerning a CampingMoon storage case that I was using to store butane in. That was a cool case. At the same time, it was very versatile. You can use it for all sorts of purposes. For myself, again, I put butane canisters inside of it, but there was enough space left over for like a spoon, a stove, a lighter, so on and so forth. In other words, I was able to create a stove kit, which I could take with me on my adventures when I'm like overlanding and so on. As soon as I put up my review concerning that, the product sold out, and I understand why. It's a cool product for sure, very versatile, and at the same time, very inexpensive. It's actually because of that product that I'm here today for another episode. I have found an additional pouch that's really cool, and I think you all are going to like it. Plus, I received so many messages, so many emails about reviewing more pouches and cases. So you asked for it, here I am. So check this out, everyone. This is from CampingMoon, and this is their tactical admin tool bag. This is pretty wild looking, isn't it? What you're looking at here is a pouch case that has two compartments, 1 and 2. It is covered in Molle webbing, and everyone, I think you're going to like it. Folks, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's take a look at this product here. I can't wait to show you all how I have this set up. This, everyone, is the tactical admin tool bag from CampingMoon. I love how all you have to do is put some Molle webbing on something and all of a sudden it becomes tactical. It's kind of funny. This is actually considered a tactical table. Why exactly, I do not know. When it comes to this system here, it was originally designed to hold a hammer on one side and long tent stakes on the other. Basically a sort of tarp or tent assistant setup kit. While you can certainly use this product for that purpose, you can also use it for other purposes like I have done here. You can see here on the front we have a ton of Molle webbing. On top we have more, plus 2 grab handles. Here are the zippers for each compartment. This is compartment number 1, this is compartment number 2. On the other side, again, we have a ton of Molle webbing, so you can attach this to other items. You can also attach pouches to the outside. Now everyone, let's go ahead and open this up. We will start with the bottom compartment. And you can see here, I have this loaded up because this is how I plan to use this at the moment. On this side here, we have a mesh zippered pocket. On this side over here, I have 2 fire starter bricks. I have a fire kit. And I also have this zippered pouch. This zippered admin pouch is included. And inside of it, I have a first aid kit. You have the compartment on the inside. On the back, we have 2 straps so you can attach this to the Molle webbing. These have snaps down at the bottom, disconnect just like that. And on each of these straps, we have hook and loop, which attaches to the main compartment. Speaking of which, you can see the hook and loop here. So you can take your pouch and put it down anywhere that you want to. Now let's focus on that zippered mesh compartment that I told you all about. You have a long zipper. On the inside, I have a windscreen. On this side over here, I actually have a foldable wood stove. So you can see, everyone, how I'm using this system, how I have it set up. This is a sort of fire kit. At the same time, it's a cook kit, and I'll show you what I'm talking about on the other side. You can see there just how smooth these zippers are. With this side, it is just as fully loaded. I have a Trangia tin, so I can make food, make coffee, boil water, whatever I want to. Gas canister. Cassette stove. Here in the zippered pocket, long handled spoon. Torch lighter. And here, I have a pour over coffee dripper. So you can see there, folks, how this has been set up. Fire kit on one side, stove kit on this side. Think about how much space is here. Inside of this tin, I can have it full of additionals. Plus, there's still a ton of space left over. And that's because this is a very large system. Before I talk about how big this is, let's focus on the panels. These panels are reinforced on the inside. So this is a very stiff, very rigid system. In the center here, more panels. This is how I have come up with using this system. Very simple, but at the same time, very, very functional. My question for you all is this: how would you use something like this? How would you set it up? And for what purposes would you use it? This is like an overland bag, but you could use this for anything. Now everyone, it is time to go over the stats. As far as this case goes, it is available in 2 colors, black and coyote brown. As far as the materials go, the main material is a 900D ballistic polyester fabric. When it comes to those panels, you're looking at a PP plywood, which I'm sure you know stands for polypropylene. Polypropylene is an engineered plywood product which features a coating of polypropylene plastic on one side or both sides. It makes it very rigid, it's also very lightweight. It makes for a great divider system that's durable and also moisture resistant. As far as the dimensions go, this measures 17 inches long, 6 inches wide, and it's 5 inches deep. When it comes to the small admin pouch, that is 4.9 inches wide, 2.4 inches deep, and 6.7 inches long. This kit weighs 2 pounds and it costs $33 at the time of filming. Just like the pouch that I reviewed some time back, this is a very versatile kit. You could basically use these pouches for any sort of purpose. As I mentioned already with this one here, I'm using this for an overland purpose, but you can kit this out for anything that you want to. I mean, think about it. This could be a very extensive first aid kit that you keep inside of your vehicle. It could be an emergency kit for the summertime, for the winter. You can have your fishing kit inside of this. You can take this on kayaking trips. The possibilities really are limitless with something like this. When it comes to the quality of this kit, it is very, very good for the money. It's not perfect though. There are some loose threads, which is very common with CampingMoon products. Just about all of their pouches have loose threads. Luckily, they're not going to cause any issues. They're very much superficial. You do have to keep in mind the price. When it comes to pouches, just in case you do not know this, some pouches could be unbelievably expensive. Spending $100 on a pouch, that's common. And I'm talking about small pouches, like that admin one. You know, for $100, the quality better be perfect. But when you're looking at something like this, which includes the admin pouch, this larger case, $33, in my opinion, the quality goes hand in hand with price. And it's definitely good enough. I've been using this kit here for a couple of months and I've had no issues at all. I don't like the loose threads, but they're not problematic. And luckily there's really not that many of them. The zippers, they are very, very smooth. I've never had an issue with those either. The same should be said about the mesh here. This is very strong and there's been no wear and tear, even with the items that I have inside of these mesh zippered pockets. I've already touched upon this, but let's go back to it. Value. For what you're getting here, the value is awesome. Again, most people do not realize how expensive pouches can be. Once you factor in the versatility, the durability, and all of the potential use cases for this, $33 is a deal. Additionally, everyone, I really like the admin case that's included with this kit. You can actually purchase additional admin cases so that you can actually set this up on the inside with countless pouches so you can have different systems. A ton of kits inside of one bag. That's just another way that you can use this system. I want to say that each of those admin pouches run around $12, which is not bad. Again, in the tactical field, those could be like $100. So $12 is certainly not bad. By the way, everyone, if you haven't used these before, these are Duraflame Fire Start bricks. They work incredibly well for getting fires going, campfires going, if you have wet materials. Here in the mountains, it's a rainforest, it's always raining. I use these a lot. No, I'm not sponsored. I purchased these, and I can tell you they work because they work. Size-wise, this is very large. And because it's very large, you can fit a ton of gear inside of these. That, of course, makes this system very, very versatile. So, as I mentioned before, you can basically set this up in any way that you want to for all sorts of purposes. You can have these inside of your vehicle. You could dedicate them as certain kits and so on. Overall, there's a ton of space here, and you can fit a ton of gear inside of them. The only thing that I don't absolutely love about this kit are the grab handles. Oftentimes in a hurry, I've noticed that I usually grab one and then pick it up. And usually that kind of interferes. My hand goes through, kind of touches this, gets caught, and then I grab one. Because of that, I do wish that we had one grab handle instead of two. I understand why they've done this, but they could have come up with a different solution and just had one grab handle. But then of course you wouldn't have the 2 rows of webbing. So again, it is understandable, but this definitely could have been improved some, especially for those who have larger hands. For my review of this CampingMoon Tactical Admin Tool Bag, that's pretty much it. All in all, I can easily recommend this kit. There's a lot that you can do with this. And I'm curious, everyone, again, how would you personally use a kit like this? How would you set it up? Would you have additional pouches all the way through, basically making this a case for all of your kit bags? Or would you do something else? How would you set it up? If you haven't noticed already, folks, I like pouches. I'm not sure how much you all do, but I like them a lot. With that being said, if you found this episode helpful, do hit the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. By the way, this has to be said. This channel is agenda free. I purchased this with my own money. I don't care if you buy it. It means nothing to me. I'm here to share information, talk about products, and that's about it, folks. Everyone, I'm done. Do take care, be well, strength and honor. Bye for now.